like more than one monitor over here to really. Sorry. More than one monitor here to really be able to do all the necessary things. I'm like doing it at like a suboptimal transfer window. We're already in low curve in orbit here. It's kind of dark right there, so I'm not going to see very much yet, but anyways, we have a lot of fuel, so I don't really feel bad about just going to DUNA right here. Alright, yeah, after a while you start to get a little bit, I mean, I just typically go to pick whichever spot I want, you know? Doesn't really matter that much. You kind of like just like look at like completely standard transfer windows. Especially in KSP1, there's a really good spreadsheet of all of them for like the first like 5 or 10 years. That kind of thing I kind of do recommend doing if you're a beginner to this game. Definitely don't start with KSP2, just due to the amount of bugs inside of it. But yeah, if you're having a hard time with your transfers and whatnot, do the completely like by the book ones at first, and you'll start to get the hang of them. Maybe farther away or closer? Huh. Not the easy. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. That's quite the ejection, huh? Yeah, this SSTO with the drop tank, I just took it to Lathenback. Sounds like some kind of medieval town. Yeah, it was a fucking slog. Pardon my language. Gotta get better with all that stuff. That's pretty close, I mean. That's the problem. Oh, bro. That's annoying. Alright, whatever. I was like... I don't even remember where that was. That was like... It was like there. Regardless of which, that's about where you want it. Maybe a little bit closer. For E, if you go and flip around, then you go really close to where that line meets that line. I haven't seen fuel, so it doesn't really matter that much. It's not the stablest of things. They haven't nerfed it yet, but you can actually, like, if you go to warp, it'll freeze wherever your, whatever that thingy-me-do is that represents your attitude or whatever. Um, it'll freeze it in place. It can be kind of hokey, but hokey or helpful, whatever. I do appreciate being able to do this right here. That little thing, I like it a lot. Only problem is that you get slippage. You start falling out of the area you're at, and then shut down. Then you can blast it, and then just hit it again, really. I mean, and it's gonna fall out after like 200 or so meters a second is gained. And keep in mind that when you go back to standard time and you have the throttle on, you're gonna have a good probably second or two. I mean, it feels like longer where you can't shut it down right away. It'll say that the throttle's locked because you can't fiddle with the throttle at all during warp. So, for instance, and now I got the warp on 2, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm going too far, and you turn it off, but you're already too late. See, I'm clicking that button for a good second and a half. I don't even know where I am right now. There I am. Like that. Alright. I'm way off of DUNA's radar right now. As a matter of fact, I'm way off of it. It's kind of sad. It should help a little bit. You gotta overshoot to pull the prograde to match the target. When those two are lined up, you're heading right for it. And I've noticed this other weird thing, it doesn't give you which kind of sucks, it doesn't give you the distance between you and the body that you're trying to get to. You can hit a maneuver plane though, and then you get a pretty good one. Oh, that's pretty damn good, actually. Alright. It's better than I thought it would be. Alright. In that case, I think I'm good to just actually... Let's go ahead and inject out of here. Leaving curve in. And then here's this ridiculous thing I put together here. I still like the way it looks. I don't care. I don't care at all. Yeah, the only reason this one was even in orbit was because I had to refilm getting to orbit with it for the last video I made. I had accidentally not done so. Say goodbye to Kerbin. Say goodbye to Mun. And Minimus is hard to see. So yeah, there's a 40 tons of hydrogen in the main body of the plane. And then, let me see if I can spin it around a bit. And then underneath, there's another 40 or so tons in an auxiliary drop tank. And now it's got no engines on it. All the engines that exist are only on the space plane. Therefore, Even though it has an auxiliary tank, it is still an SSTO. It's still one stage. Anywho, this is the only way I was able to get to lay the bet. I'm not the best at transferring. I'll be the first to say. Anyways. Alright. We're in a pretty decent spot, as said. So, now typically I just go here, create a maneuver plane there. It doesn't really matter where you put this maneuver plane because what I'm going to do is, I'll show you. You click there, and then you can right click on this, and it'll lock it. You go back there, click on your little maneuver node, and then radial in, radial out, and then that's growing it, so you don't want to go that direction, obviously. That's shrinking it, so you want to go that direction, so you go and see the one that's got the X in it, and then I just match it. I mean, that's honestly what I do. And then delete that guy outright. The maneuver nodes, like, I like to use them as like a reference point, and then I'll just fine tune it with the actual rockets, typically. I mean, it really should just be a guide. You can get a little, I don't know, I've never used MechJeb or any of the planning kind of things or anything like that before. I haven't even really used any mods on this game, or KSP1 for that matter. So, I don't know. That's just how I do it so far. I do plan on getting into some mods potentially. Absolutely. Don't vape, kids. Alright, so now that I'm in my, what is that, radial something? It's radial in or radial out. I'm not like, I don't think I'm dyslexic, but I get really confused about things that are opposites. So bear with me. And then language gets involved. So anyways, you do that. And then you're just gonna take this down till you get an encounter. Now, one thing that they could definitely fix here, I would prefer for this to change colors when you have your encounter, because everything just disappears when you get an encounter, and it goes directly over to where the planet is, but you wouldn't really know that at first. Like, you think that your stuff's just gone, so yeah, that'd be nice. However, that being said, this will disappear when you have a flyby, and that will be your only indication that you have a flyby, is that disappears. And then you zoom in on the planet and you can see your orbital line for the flyby again, but all the other information disappears, and your kilometer distance from target appears as a periapsis or an apoapsis. I can't remember. I think a periapsis. I don't remember. One or the other. Like I said, bear with me. You'll see what I mean. So I'm on 15. This takes forever, right? So because once I hit 40, I know that I need to drop the auxiliary tank. And there actually is 7.3 tons of channel 4 left for the whiplash in there, because like I said, this was for lathe, and I just had this in orbit. What I really want to do is do like a DUNA colony, like a really big DUNA colony, and then like put like a storyline backdrop to it. Kerbal and Wild West of DUNA. Alright, see how I'm going up and down now? Once this number will slowly slow down. Will slowly but surely slow down. And then it'll eventually hit a number and stop, and then start going back the way that it came. So if I'm going from like, 90 kilometers to 75 kilometers, what happened was I went from 90 all the way down to about 75,100 or so, and then it hit a number, plateaued, and then it started climbing back up. So once that happens, you just need to basically stop. I can like explain kind of what I do, like how to do this stuff, but a lot of the stuff I'm kind of more of just a by feel kind of person. All right, we'll drop that down to 0. Then we'll speed it. Yep, that does it. Okay. I like to use the maneuver nodes as places to warp. But even here, there's no real need. Alright. I would really love for that to go away, though. I don't know why that's all there. I'm focused on the wrong shit, huh? Weird. That makes sense. Okay. I think that was down low. So now I'll just go to that, when you're doing normalize, the, pink arrow, you want to make sure you do those on the ascending or descending nodes always. You can do them anywhere, but if you have a big number you need to level out, then you want to do it closest to that. It's the same thing as the periapsis or apoapsis. Most efficient place to do burns. Watch, see? And now I won't float past. I don't even care, it's quality of life at this point. For it being a... how many tons? For it being 135 tons wet. I mean... yeah, for it being 138 tons... 35 tons wet, it's very maneuverable. Well, that's with the drop tank though, so it's not that maneuverable with it. But it really does, it does start to shine after you get rid of it. I think it has about, 6,000 or so. We'll see after I do the drop and get rid of it, but it'll show how much hydrogen delta V it has in a vacuum. Completely full. Anywho, we're about to like come right into this old DUNA, so here we go. I should be able to just do this and I'll see it come right into view. There it is. Yep. Bring it as close as I can. And okay. The way I like do these two is like the triangle. This isn't, I don't know if this works all the time. It probably doesn't, but generally this works pretty well. The normal triangle without the X, I think of up. The other triangle with the X through it, I think of down. And I'm talking relative to the orbital plane. Now, in order to know which way to go for this, because it can get confusing if you're not really, it took me a long time to really get a hang of it, to instinctively know which way to go. So, since this is up above that orbital line, I know that I need to go down. Alright? So if this was below the orbital line, I would know that I need to go up. Watch it go like Watch it go up when I do it. This should drop this flyby close to the planet. It's a very, very helpful trick, by the way. I hope they don't nerf it. I mean, it's a trade-off, because you are taking a risk if you're going to use that for your fuel. Alright, see? Going down. Going down now. Going down. Going down now. And if you needed to do something, another really handy thing in KSP2 that I'm not sure if KSP1 had as much. Yeah, it did. It had the thrust limiter. Regardless, thrust limiter is another really handy thing you can do. Can't remember if the thrust limiter in KSP1, it might not have been like this though. I think it might have been something that was just throttle for liquid engines, and then for solid rockets you could, I think, mess with the thrust before you go to the pad, but after it's on the pad you're stuck with that thrust number. Here you can go here and in the parts manager, and you have the thrust limiter. If you're needing to make really, really tiny adjustments to farther away distances, DUNA is very simple to get to. It's very, very, very simple to get to. So you don't need to, but in case of like a Tylo gravity assist or something, you can take your thrust limiter, put it down to 10, 15, whatever number you want, and then you can fraction that with the throttle. So you can go down to 10%, and then you can throttle to 10%, and then your thrust is only 1% of your total thrust. And that'll help out a lot if you're trying not to overshoot things. Because with big craft, it can be a big pain in the ass to overshoot, because then you have to flip all the way back around and then do it again, and it sucks. So, yeah. There's that trick as well. Alright. Anyways, we were going to DUNA or something. Where is it? Alright.
Sorry. Oh, you can make a single item.
Alright, and then I'm gonna think we're speeding up to get close. Oh, no, not gonna do that. Because I'll literally go backwards before too long. I'm just gonna wait till I get a little bit closer to mess with that anymore. Alright, here we go. Whee! Headed to DUNA. Alright, that's more than enough to do what I need to do here. So I can go here. And this also gets your orbital line of your ship closer, which makes it easier for you to get your maneuver node to test things. Because, see that one behind it? That's after I go around the entire Kerbal system, which can be pretty confusing, honestly. Alright. So we're close to DUNA already, but we're going to get closer. Yep. So that one, we're already going there. Radioing in. Oh, there's a little Eichenstein. Huh? I like Ike. Hey Ike, what's up, Bubba? Hey, Bubba, Ike. Alright, so DUNA's going this way. I'm coming from this way. If I go behind DUNA, like this, it's gonna speed me up, I think. But if I go on this side of DUNA, it should slow me down. I don't know. And I'm gonna try to go where this little default name is. I have a colony started there already. There's one lone permanent outpost. So he'll get to witness, hopefully, what is a successful landing of the flying stop sign. Alright. Mike's so small. And I overshot. And that's why I don't like it. I mean, quite honestly though, like I said, I have a lot of fuel. DUNA's a weak planet. I suppose I could just try it. I'm just gonna try it. I don't care. I'm just gonna try to go right into DUNA. Let's see it. I'm gonna blow up. Not gonna survive this one. That was very bad. So I flew right through it. However, here's something funny. You might enjoy this. KSP1 didn't have this little feature. KSP2, when you enter a sphere of influence, it auto saves it for you. So there's that, at least for when you overshoot like that on your time warp and just completely ruin it. Then sometimes you don't have a ship. Did you catch that like weird shit that was right there when I was loading in too? For some reason it loads like the whatever monuments on the planet, you'll see that monument for a split second, except jumbled mess of it. It'll flash in the screen in space. It's weird. Alright, DUNA. I'm gonna throw a save in just because. No. I don't know, I mean. And now we're heading into DUNA. Oh shit. Let's not make the same mistake again. I'm normally pretty good at this kind of stuff, especially with recording it all. Hey, I was looking for that thing so long. Is that the... Where's the Valles Marineras on this son of a bitch? I was looking for it. We are going to come in fairly quick. I, however, am going to turn around here. I really should have drogue shoots. Actually, I'm gonna stay like this because I don't have any drogue shoots, and I don't know if this even will, like, having no air is not good. That's all I gotta say. Alright. Now, come on now, you can do it. Perfected my role. know what that is that does that, but you can actually make it go spin pretty quickly. As long as I don't go too fast, that is. Alright, let's see. See what happens here. God, I love DUNA. What I'm doing here is fluttering it to give myself some more centrifugal force. That way, I don't burn up. I might burn up. I'm blowing up, really? Oh. Oh, that was just, okay. Thought that was my engine, man. I was like, no way. Take out my engine like that. I don't need that thing anymore anyways. I don't even really need the drop tank anymore, but I just have it, because why not? How fast are we going? We are not losing any speed. Alright. Let's do this then. Oh boy. It's a fucking brick, man. It is a brick. It is a brick. It is a brick. Wait, what? Yeah, those aren't allowed to work right now. Stop that. This should help. I'm crashing. I think I'm crashing. Oh, I'm so crashing. I'm dead, dude. Come on, man. That's not fair. Oh, we're dead. Goodbye. Alright. That was fun. Alrighty, now I can just actually do it. Did you see that though? It got close. It got to 200, and it would have gotten quicker if I could have maintained my heading. Uh-oh. I don't have a ship, I have the artifact in space again. Oh no. It's the artifact. Game on their channel. they were actually talking about why that happens. And I guess it's the same reason why parts of your ship fall apart in KSP2. Like I said, like pulls like all the parts from like the memory something buses or another's or something. I don't know how that works. Pulls those parts out every time you load in, and it assembles your ship in the orbit. That's why sometimes you'll see like everything come in from the right and just all fly in and like Baja Blast. All right, this time I'll be a little nicer to myself. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to land this son of a bitch though. I've tried to do STOs on DUNA before, and usually they just fall out of the sky like a brick and explode. Who knows though, maybe this time will be different. Those reaction wheels are so weak. You know, I think I'm gonna save right here really quick. Just because I don't want to go all the way back. Because this is gonna take me probably more than one try. Easily. I often find myself playing Dark Souls when I'm really trying to just play Kerbal. We're in the air. I could, you know what? Wonder if landing like on a mountain would do it. I don't even know why those pretend to come through. Like, there's no air here. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. There we go. Now we're coming in. Oh no, come on. get this guy to land on this one. We're definitely crashing again, man. Again. Whatever. Alright, we're gonna try something else. It's too funny though. It's too funny. I'm not used to it having to enter completely fully loaded. Alright, let's try this sooner than later. Sounds like the Kerbals always sound like they're swearing. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Like, what are you saying that to me, dude? Alright. It needs droves for sure. Let's try to slow it down still. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work so well. There's no air in here at all. Oh, no, stop that. Stop that. Not fair. It's a shame. I wish it would work. It's just not going to. There's not enough air in here. Oh, that was a fun experiment. That's all I got for now.